19 years old, not even old enough to drink in the United States, only in, where are you at, Germany?
Germany right now, yes.
You're legal in Germany, right?
Yep, 16.
Wow, 16. What a country. Hey everyone, Hurricane Liz here. Excited to bring you guys another Young Gun interview. Now, I know in the past we've done two other ones. We had Hollywood on here, who sold out of his very first bundle on Amazon. And then we also had our very own OMG's Josh Dewitt, who talked a lot about the success that he had, not only selling his own products, he did some retail arbitrage. He's in here dancing around the office right now, but he also has had quite a tremendous amount of success helping me with my Amazon agency and selling Amazon clients services. And today we're going to talk to another young gun who not only has had success with his private label products, you're going to learn a little bit more about the not so much successful times that he had prior to the very good product that he's doing right now. But he had a little bit of times where he thought, this might not work out or something like that, but he kept going. And now as a result of that, he's had a tremendous amount of success, not just with his physical products, but also with an agency, which he started here. But before I get to who he is and his story and everything, I wanted to kind of tell you guys something that's really incredible about this guy. I like to call him the 19-year-old jet setter. And that's because I found it very interesting to see that he's been all over the world the past couple months, I want to say. I don't even think it's been that long. But I've seen him not only in China, the USA, Russia, but he also pointed out to me that he's been in Spain. And Igor, I'd like to introduce everybody to Igor, 19-year-old jet setter. Where else did I miss there, Igor? Did I finally get it right?
So yeah, there's also Switzerland coming up, and I also remembered there's also Lithuania in a week and a half. So that's that's another
crazy
thing. But
I barely even get out to Sunny Isles, which is about 20 minutes here from where I am in Miami. But you've been all over the world just in a very short period of time. And can you tell people what you were doing by traveling to all these different destinations, especially the Barcelona trip?
Absolutely. So I went to all these places for networking and meeting with fellow-minded entrepreneurs and finding new products as well for my business.
Fantastic. So I know you said a word that a lot of 19-year-olds will not know. I can certainly tell you when I was 19, my networking, the people that I networked with consisted of other people that could take a ridiculous amount of shots. So those are the types of people that I networked with. But you were mentioning, because this is the second take, we actually had a previous interview, but we messed up. So this is number 2. But those people that you were networking in, what kind of people were you talking with and learning new things from, as well as sharing the knowledge that you've actually been able to acquire?
Absolutely. So the kind of people that I was networking with were people that were way above my level. So I got out and I flew out to all these places way out of my comfort zone and decided to go ahead and just find people who are way better than me. And by that, I mean people who are doing $500,000, $1 million a month. One guy launched, I think, 1,400 products last year. It's just utterly insane. Another guy was in charge of the marketing for Google. And I said, okay, well, I'm just going to go talk to these people and learn what they're doing, what their mentality is, and how they're taking such an amazing amount of action, and how can I do the same for myself.
Right, absolutely. And there's chances are that I actually know the guy that launched the 1,500 products, because I think he actually went to one of my masterminds. So I am familiar with a lot of these people because I too have networked all over the place. But it's just absolutely amazing that you're 19 years old and already doing that. Now, I want to give everybody a little bit of background on you. So you have joined a lot. You've actually been a part of many different Amazon courses, because one of the things that we talked about too in the other call is the fact that both you and I, we kind of both rebelled in school. We hated school, but now we find ourselves as lifelong learners, and we're kind of like in the school of Amazon, which is something that we both enjoy and we love to do. But you talked about just this lifelong learning. What exactly did you do prior to catching the Amazon bug? So tell people a little bit about your background and how you got into everything, and anything else you feel like telling them.
Sure. So I got into Amazon right after. Well, what I was doing before Amazon, to answer the question, was I was in high school. And in high school, the last year, like Liz said, was rebelling at high school. It was just boring. Couldn't figure out what's the purpose of this. How is this going to serve me? And how is this going to provide anything for me in life? And I wasn't interested. So I started reading books like Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Steve Jobs documentaries, and figuring out, how can I do something that's going to really, I guess, how can I live my life on my own terms and create the life that I truly want to live, rather than the bullshit I think that society tells you and how you need to live, but going with my heart and really finding what I want.
Right. Amazing. And so you graduated high school way back about a year ago. Is that about right? 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
2 years ago, way back when he graduated high school. This was all the things that were going on. Way back in the day, this is like before the internet. I'm just kidding. So anyways, Igor was already wanting to do something like this. I think you mentioned in the previous interview that your parents actually bought you this course. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Of course. So my parents decided to invest in me. And rather than getting me like a new car or something else, they wanted me to be ready for life. And they saw this course. My uncle actually got into Amazon December of the year before that I got in. And he recommended this course to my parents, and they purchased that course. And since I was interested in business, so obviously not interested in school, so they said, okay, well, why doesn't he try that out? So they gave that to me as a graduation present. And about a month after I graduated, I started selling on Amazon.
Right. And you want to tell everybody what your best month has been so far from selling on Amazon in sales.
So my best month was over $80,000.
It's amazing. And 19 years old, just fresh out of high school, 2 whole years. It's been a long time since he's been out of high school. But the other thing that I wanted to point out to people is that Igor is very lucky that he did have some parents that did support him, and we're hoping that he would kind of choose this path. But a lot of us aren't going to have those people. A lot of us have to fight people on a daily basis. It could be a coworker. It could be a friend or family member. It could be a spouse. I've even been speaking at events. I spoke at Alex Becker's event, and a lady in the audience actually asked me, what do you do when your husband doesn't support you? My answer to her was, get a new husband. And I was absolutely, truly being true to her what I would do, because if that was the type of person that I decided to be with long term, it just wouldn't work out. So I would get a new husband. Unfortunately for her, she was going to stick with the same guy. But, there's certain things that we have to do. Lucky for Igor, he had 2 parents. But Igor, were there any other people that kind of maybe created these doubts in your mind that were saying, this is stupid. Why would you do that? Why would you listen to these people on the internet that are just a bunch of bullshit? And what did you do if there were those people to get through that?
Sure. So there are naysayers all over the place. And if they're not at school, they're not at work, they're not, your own parents or somebody else in society as well, people that say you can't live a life that you want to live. You can't make this much money. It's impossible. I mean, like $80,000 a month, you tell that to an average person, they'll think you're bullshitting. Just like, how are you going to do that? So with naysayers, I just say surround yourself with like-minded people. And if you can't, then be by yourself, but really strive to surround yourself with like-minded people. There's 7 billion people in the world. You don't have to choose to be hanging out with people who are going to tell you to, not achieve your dreams. Find people who you really like and support you, that have this common mentality, and everybody else, honestly, fuck them. So, that's it. If they don't like you, goodbye, here's the door, and I'm going to make my life the way I'm going to make it. So that's it.
Right, absolutely. I kind of 100% agree with you. That's why I told that lady, listen, lady, go fuck your husband. I didn't mean it the first way. I meant it the second way, So I know there's some dirty-minded viewers out there. I know we got plenty of you guys. I've seen some of the comments down there. I do read them. I might not comment on them, but I'm like, these guys are nuts. But I love you guys either way. But just wanted to share that with you. You're always going to have these people that tell you can't do it. But at the end of the day, I always ask myself, what exactly are those people doing? Now, if they're people that are hanging out at the bar all night or doing up to no good or working at UPS, no offense to the UPS man that came in here earlier to say hello to you guys, but we had to ditch that tape. You're going to hear people tell you that it cannot be done, and you got to just turn it off and not listen to them. So one last question to you, Igor. Actually, I got a couple, so I'm not going to lie. They gave me a list here because I cannot even remember the questions.
Oh, awesome.
But any obstacles that you found along the way that kind of got in your way, and maybe you thought maybe this isn't as easy as people made it out to be, or this is kind of a big problem for you? Anything like that?
Sure. So the first thing was the first product that I started, and it was a complete failure. I went all into this. I saw this course, big shiny object. I thought, man, this is going to be amazing. I'm going to, get rich quick. I make a lot of money, and my whole life's going to be set. And I don't have to work towards it. And I found the product. Within 3 weeks, got it up, started getting sales. And this product sold for $15.95. And by the second or third month, I had $8,500 worth of returns for that one product. My account got shut down. My supplier, I contacted them. I was like, oh, you just sent me broke garbage? They said, I don't care. Go fuck yourself. We're going out of business. You're out of money. And they never contacted me again, and filing claims and so forth. I was devastated. Put in perspective, I didn't have any money. Actually, my parents lended me like $10,000 or $5,000 to start out with, and I blew it all because the product went, to crap. So they loaned me some more money, and I got my second product up in November before Christmas, and that turned out to go well. So I stayed with the system. I stayed with what I thought was going to be successful, and I kept going. I didn't go jump to something else. I didn't think, oh, that failed. Okay, I got to go do something else and try a new system. I just stuck with it because I believed in the coaches. I believed in the people that had success. And here I am. It's working.
Right. Amazing. And which reminds me of something else we were talking about in the last video. We talked about this concept of having a dumb idea for a product. I know most people don't pull the trigger because they're afraid that their product is dumb or is not going to work out. And we talked about this last time. We said that really, I've never seen a dumb idea for a product. The only dumb idea for a product is not doing a product at all. And the reason that is because you're not getting in the game and seeing those sales come in and having confidence that the system works, and actually realizing that Amazon is sort of like your partner in all this endeavor, and they will send you the traffic. And literally, Igor, how quickly did you get your very first sale?
So I had my first sale within a couple of hours. I turned on sponsored ads, boom, there it was.
Right, absolutely. So very easy to get a quick sale when you have Amazon as your partner. So there is no dumb idea other than the idea that Josh and I had the other day, go to have shots on a webinar. That is a dumb idea. Never have shots on a webinar, guys, while you have to push buttons and go to webinar and not even know what the hell you're doing. That is a dumb idea. But putting a product on Amazon is not. So last question to you, Igor. Or go right ahead, Igor.
Yeah, I was just going to say that other product, especially, it could have been a horrible idea, but I learned the system. I learned exactly how it worked. And honestly, for the second product that I got, I don't know if it would have even been a success because I wouldn't have not known the system. And since I learned exactly what to do, when I got my second product up, I said, okay, this is how I need to do it. Bam, it was a success.
Right. Amazing. So amazing, especially for 19 years old, guys. I told you he's 19 years old, not even old enough to drink in the United States, only in, where are you at, Germany?
Germany right now, yes.
You're legal in Germany, right?
Yep, 16.
Wow, 16. What a country.
What a country, right.
I don't need to tell Josh that. He might have moved there at 16 if he had heard that. But now he is legal in the United States. He's turned 21. We had a celebration webinar, and that's why that was a dumb idea. So, all right, any last recommendations, Igor, for those watching? I know last time you pulled out your notes because you really wanted to bring it from the heart, and you thought of all the great things you could tell people out there to inspire them to just do it.
Yeah. And Liz just said it herself, just do it. There's so much bullshit. There's so many distractions all over the place. You need to find what really matters to you. Find your reason why. That's at the end of the day, when you're sitting at your computer at night, there's nobody there. What's going to be driving you? Find that reason why and just go all in. And, at the end of the day, you want to look back at your life 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now and think, oh, shit, I didn't do it. Or realize, I followed through. I committed myself to figuring something out, and I made it successful. So just go all in, go do it, and just put faith into it. It sounds silly, but put faith into becoming successful. Work a little bit each day. Take a step at a time. Don't beat yourself up if you fail, and just keep going. At the end of the day, within a few months or a year from now, you will be successful. It's just a matter of time. Stay with it.
Yeah, very wise advice from a 19-year-old jet setter. One last thing that I want to mention about Igor, he not only sells on Amazon, but now he's done also another one of the things that we recommend to do inside of OMG, which is have a agency and sell your services to other people that don't know what the hell they're doing on Amazon. And we look at this on a day-to-day basis. I could literally go into Amazon and literally just throw a dart. And anytime I throw a dart, if I was to be able to throw a dart at my screen, it would be a seller that's poorly optimized. And those sellers, you can actually sell them your services, because by going through all our training and things, you can sort of be able to tell exactly what someone needs. So Igor does have his agency. If anybody needs help from him, you want to let everybody know how they can contact you for that, Igor?
Sure. Just go to my agency website. It's amazon.igormiller.com. Like Liz said, I've actually put in almost 2 years now, or 5,000 hours worth of work in Amazon, made over, $225,000 worth of mistakes, and just so much experience. So you can repeat all of that yourself, be my guest, or, let me know. I'd be more than happy to help you, work with you, and work together on growing your business.
Fantastic. So he definitely knows his stuff. In fact, he gave us one tip where we used last year, and that's how we were able to take our one product to $300,000 in a single month during the Christmas holiday. So that was just one product, and it was based off of a tip that Igor gave us. So he definitely knows his stuff, and he's constantly out there coming up with brand new marketing techniques that work extremely well on Amazon. So I wanted to just thank him for being on here. Again, he's 19 years old, which goes to show it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, you got a husband, wife, whatever. It doesn't really make a difference as long as you just get out there and do it. So thank you again, Igor, and have a great night, everybody. Let me know how you liked Igor. If you want him on for an encore or any other questions you might have for him, just put it in the questions and comments below, and we will make sure they all get answered. Have a great one, Igor.
You too. All the best, guys. Thanks for watching.
Right? And so they're like, let me do that. But then it's like, then they'll see somebody like Adrian Morrison who's like killing it with Shopify, and then they'll be like, oh, Amazon's dead. I got to go to Shopify because Amazon gets a little bit harder. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then pretty soon they're just jumping from thing to thing, and they can't really they don't do something for years and years at a time.
Because they're jumping all over the place.
Yeah.